Greetings colleagues. They said that a global world had arrived, but as it turns out, not for everyone. Today I want to talk about how the world of cryptocurrency can help businesses by automatically tracking USDT crypto transactions and linking them to the actual payment of any file. Specifically, I'll be discussing accepting payment for digital goods through stablecoins, without needing services to accept cryptocurrency, and even some of you may be able to get this solution for free. It's frustrating when, as a legal business paying all taxes in a Tier 2 country like Ukraine, you can't fully integrate into the global economy without jumping through hoops to accept payments in dollars. Payment platforms like PayPal and Stripe are also unavailable. Of course, this is more a question of the laws of the country in which you are located than of the companies themselves, but this does not make it any easier. There is an exit. We proceed from the situation that each person has the opportunity to get a crypto wallet and any cryptocurrency and transfer it to another person. We take the USDT stablecoin as a basis, as a cryptocurrency not subject to volatility. That is, if we accept one USDT, there's a good chance that it will be worth the same amount in actual dollars in a month. The idea is that all these transactions are transparent and visible to everyone in the blockchain network, and we can receive them through an API with a simple software solution. I created a small script that allows you to set the name and price of digital products to be sold in a configuration file. The script can accept information about which product a client is buying through a post or GET request. The page displays information about what the client needs to do to send cryptocurrency. All the information is managed in a language file, where you can replace all the text with your own or translate it to the language group in which you operate. When making payments in cryptocurrencies on other sites, I was always confused about whether the money was going there, and whether the seller would receive the money. With this script, I added the ability to make a prepayment. The buyer can send any test amount to the specified crypto wallet, and it will be automatically displayed as a prepayment. The buyer will then need to pay the remaining amount to complete the purchase. One of the mandatory conditions is to specify the order number in the transaction note. The order number can also be passed as a variable from your site, but if it's not specified, it will be generated randomly. A transaction is allocated 15 minutes, which can be specified in the configuration file. The time isn't strictly enforced. Even if the client's time has expired, but they made the transaction slightly later while on the page, the script will still verify the transaction. Additionally, there's an automatic verification mechanism for all incomplete transactions, requiring you to set a cron task on your hosting. But the cron task should not scare you away. You can always ask me how to do it, or, simply, you will need to communicate more with customers if they close the payment page for some reason. In other words, even without installing the cron task, it is also quite possible to use the solution for work. In the configuration file, you can specify the page the buyer goes to after the script detects the sum matching the cost of the purchased item in the blockchain network. The script has a simple logic to complete the order. If the amount corresponding to the payment has been paid, the file for the specified item is taken from the config and sent to the buyer's specified email. If you specify your page to complete the order, you can deploy more logic there for what should happen after a successful purchase. The script doesn't use a database to avoid unnecessary complexity with installation. Information about each transaction goes into JSON and is saved in a file whose name is an encrypted code called a lead code. You can come up with your phrase for encryption, so nobody can guess your lead code. The JSON doesn't contain critical information, so maybe I went overboard with security here. I also thought about adding the ability to randomly insert different cryptocurrency wallets or to automatically change them every X hours. I'm not sure how useful this feature will be, so please let me know in the comments. The script isn't a financial tool, although it can compete with crypto financial services like coinpayments.net or coingate.com that I mentioned earlier. The script isn't a transaction operator, so any possible security questions can't be directed at the script because the transactions are made with standard means in the Tether blockchain network. However, when you watch this video, there may be other blockchain networks. Surprisingly, I plan to sell the solution, or rather change it to cryptocurrency, through the same solution. The script is in two versions. The first version is encoded by IonCube and has a symbolic cost. In it you have access to a language file and a config file for editing. To use it, you need to make sure that the appropriate IonCube library is installed on the hosting. The second option has a full cost, but it no longer contains encoded files. However, since you've watched the video to the end, which is a significant achievement for many of my channel visitors, you can get this solution for free. All you have to do is describe in the comments for this video which additional features you'd like to see in such a solution. Hurry, the number of free scripts is limited.